Ingrid Griffith joins me now to discuss her award-winning one-woman play. Ingrid, welcome to Brooklyn 45.
Thank you.
Tell us about this play.
Well, it's about Shirley Chisholm, and she was the African-American woman to become the first Congresswoman in the United States history. This was in 1969. But she was more than that. She was the first at many things. And my one-woman show starts with her as the 10-year-old in Brooklyn. That's where her parents were living. Her parents were of Caribbean heritage, and she was born here. And the show starts when she's 10 years old, because that's when she comes back to the US. She and her little sisters were sent to the US, to Barbados. Her maternal grandmother was there, and she and her little sisters lived with her for 7 years. Shirley Chisholm came back to the US at age 10 in 1934. And my show starts when she returns to her parents who lived in Brooklyn. And of course, she was expecting the American dream, because that's why she was sort of sent to Barbados, so the parents can make a living and save some money and be ready for the children to come back. And she came back, and the parents were still living in a tenement building in an unheated apartment in Brooklyn. And that's when the story starts. The 10-year-old is back, and she is expecting more, but also realizing what the parents were going through all these years. And those experiences, their experiences, are sort of influencing her. She starts to see what's going on in Brooklyn and what's going on in her neighborhood in Brooklyn, which is Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And the story starts with the child understanding and realizing what it's like to live in America as an immigrant, as a woman of color, as a Black child.
You are the creator and you are the performer.
Yes.
Okay. And where have you been performing this one-woman play?
I actually have been in Barbados. I took it there. I took it to Guyana as well. Her mom was from Barbados. Her dad was from Guyana. And I took it to both countries first before I started performing it in the US. It just so happened that both countries were interested. The Guyanese community was definitely interested in hosting the show in Guyana. And then a Guyanese organization that was in Brooklyn, that lived in Brooklyn, a community that lived not in Brooklyn, Barbados, they were very interested in hosting the show. So I took it there in 2022. In Guyana, it was in April. In Barbados, it was in June of 2022. And since then, I started performing it in the US. And I've been to Washington, D.C., I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Florida, I've been to Brooklyn, and I hope to keep going.
Well, we hope to see you and to hear of you keeping on going. You named it Unbossed and Unbowed. Why?
Well, Shirley Chisholm's mantra or campaign slogan, and also her autobiography, was titled Unbought and Unbossed. And I liked that. And I thought, had she been still here, if she were still here, she would say she's still unbossed, but also still unbowed. I don't think she'd have kowtowed to the system. And I wanted to bring that word was very important to me, still being unbowed. So I took a little bit of her campaign slogan and added a different word to make it more, for me, more now, more how she would feel as if she were still around in, 2024.
You won an award. I think it's called the Susie Boss Award.
Yes, the Susie Bass Award. I was in Atlanta. The show was hosted in Atlanta for 8 weeks last year. And it was a very interesting theater that hosted it. The theater did not have a space. And what the theater does is take whatever show they're producing, and so Unbossed Unbowed, they were producing for 8 weeks. I would go to different people's homes and share the story. And I would then also have a talk back. And I have never heard of the company before. They contacted me and I said yes, because I was just open to just telling this story. And so the 8-week run sort of extended. Instead of 3 shows a week, I was doing 6 shows a week. And
Wow.
The theater community in Atlanta, the professional theater in Atlanta, started hearing about the show. And so I started getting reviews. The critics were coming, the reporters were calling, interviewing me. Some reviewers did come see the show. And they then said that they were sharing it as if it was a show that needed to be seen. That was the advertising that they had after a few weeks of me performing there, that it was recommended. And then I got a call this was in March and April of 2023. And I think in June they called saying that they were very interested in having the show be part of their pick in terms of, nominating me as outstanding principal performer in a play, and the show for best production of a socially justice performance. Mm-hmm. So the play was nominated, and so was I. And in October of 2023, the play won Best Production, and I did not win. I was still nominated, but I did not win Principal Performer. But it was lovely to be recognized.
How do people get in touch with you if they want you to perform?
My website, it's www.unbossedunbowed.com, unbossedunbowed.com. Or you can Google Ingrid Griffith, and you will then find that website. And on the website, you will find my contact information, my email, where you can reach out to me and we can talk. But also on the website, there's a lot of information about the show and about what it takes to host a show. So right away, you can get an idea of what if you're interested in hosting a performance, what it takes, and then if you are still interested, can then contact me.
We've only got a minute left, but do you feel as though you are Shirley Chisholm when you are performing?
I'm told that I transform. Something happens. The quotes are, "You are Shirley Chisholm." The quotes are, "You become Shirley Chisholm." The quotes are, "You look like Shirley Chisholm." The quotes are, "I cannot believe that you're not Shirley Chisholm." So it's one of those things, which as an actor, I'm a trained actor. So I won't say it's easy, but it's something that I think I'm in awe of the person who she is. And I think as an actor, playing her and 15 other characters, there's something about her story that makes me, by the end, you see me be her, really, truly her. And I think it's a wonderful experience. It's a wonderful story in the sense that it's so inspiring, it's educational, it's entertaining, and it's a story that is largely unheard. So when you hear this, you are only inspired and empowered by it. And that's what my goal was about. My purpose is to share this story so more people would know of her story and be inspired to make a difference in this world.
Wonderful. Ingrid Griffith, thank you for being on Brooklyn 45 and sharing yourself and Shirley Chisholm with our viewers.
Thank you.
And we also thank you, Dr. Lily Surratt. And to our viewers, we thank you for watching this program. We invite you to support Brooklyn 45. When you support us with a donation, you benefit and our communities benefit as well. Please tell your friends, family, and work colleagues to watch Brooklyn 45. And so, on behalf of our Brooklyn 45 team, I'm Sam Taitt.
Brooklyn 45 is a 501c3 not-for-profit, and we welcome your support. Check out our website, brooklyn45.com, and feel free to donate or share it with your friends and family. Have any comments or questions? Send them to our Facebook, facebook.com/Brooklyn45TV. If you have any questions or topics you think we should cover next, shoot me an email over at brooklyn45tv@gmail.com. Thank you again for watching.